their guy on his normal rep. It ought to. Was nice
at the SEC tournament.
Nice.
Do you think to yourself, we're going to give up 4 runs in an inning later?
Well, I mean, even when it was 8-2 or 8-3, I'm thinking, well,
Kentucky game,
it's not over yet.
That Kentucky game lingers.
They did a nice job yesterday, and we talked about how Tennessee was playing well. Tennessee's been playing well coming in. Hobbs talked about that when we had him on. Mirror images in some respects. I do think Arkansas has been better than Tennessee on the whole this year. It's been interesting to me how so far, unless something happened last night late that I don't know about, it's been pretty chalky so far. And I'm glad Arkansas and Texas are going to play on a Friday. I think that's great. Number 1 pitching matchups. Does it mean anything in the grand scheme of things? Well, maybe, maybe not. But I can tell you this. It'll be a fun game to watch, and that's what you want this time of year.
Yeah, they're looking forward to the Texas matchup for sure.
Yeah, they bring a lot of challenges, and they can pick one of those 3 starters, and they're all just about as good as the other. And I mean, you look at their numbers; they're just really good. They're a solid team. Really don't have any weaknesses, and that's what I see. I guess the good thing about what's going on, we got to play Tennessee today. We hadn't played them all year. We get to play Texas. We haven't played them all year, so. We're gonna do everything we can, try to beat them. We got some guys available, but this is so far been good, except for the injury to one of my players. To get to see some different teams in our league.
I do think that adds maybe to the way you approach a game. If you're playing somebody you've not played before, there is excitement when you play Tennessee because of what's happened in the past, and Texas kind of speaks for itself. So, and the players may not remember the Texas rivalry, but their head coach does. He was a player in that rivalry. So for him to talk about what it means to play Texas, I guarantee it means a lot to Dave Van Horn. He wants to beat Texas tomorrow. Now, do you do that at the expense of next weekend? Well, no. But I do think they need to play cleaner. It was not the cleanest game yesterday, but they've not played clean for the most part this year. Tennessee didn't play the cleanest game. When I think of the good Texas teams, the first thing I think of is a 985 fielding percentage and the best defensive team in the league, because that's what good Texas teams are. And that's what you have to be if you're going to win a national championship. You've got to be good in the field. You got to be a 980 fielding team, I think. And they're not there right now, so or at least on a consistent basis. So I would like to see them shore that up a little bit more. To me, that's the real key in getting out of a regional. I think they can hit well enough to slug their way through, but not if they commit 2 and 3 errors a ball game.
That's been who they are all
That's
year.
right.
They've been sacrificing some things in the field to have the bats they need to have because they haven't been maybe as elite on the mound or in the field, and they've said, well, heck, we got to get the best bats in the lineup.
That's right.
And you don't sacrifice a bat for defense because we're not good enough on defense.
All that matters is that you score 1 more run than the other team. It doesn't matter if it's 14-13 or 1-0. All that matters is you win the game. And sometimes, and look, I will admit, I am in this category. I want to see my favorite team win a clean game. I don't want to see them win one of those sloppy games. Now, I'd rather win one than lose one like that. But we all want our team to play well, play clean. And, that's, to me, what is going to be required for him to play for very much longer.
I think we all appreciate a coach who gets his best team on the field. And you play to your strength, whatever that is. So if you're a really good defensive team and you got to take a bat out of the lineup, then you play that way. If you have to slug your way through it, then you play that way. And that's what Dave Van Horn has done. That's why a guy like Zach Stewart, who hit 2 home runs yesterday, is playing right field. He's not a right fielder, but he's in the lineup because he's the best they got out there that can hit the way that he can, and he's better than Aloy's played out there. By the way, the injury that Van Horn was talking about was Kuhio Aloy.
Hey, Dave, do you have an update on Kuhio and what exactly happened on that?
Yeah, it's not good. Let's just, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not good.
Dealing with coming into the game?
It happened on that swing. That ball went to the fence. It looked awkward to me. Something was strange about it. He didn't fire on it. He just swung, and it's almost like he slowed down a little bit. Yeah.
That's
his
bad,
hand, wrist.
Bad news. He just on a swing.
Yeah.
In the presser, Dave, when he said it, you know what I mean, he was pointing to like the palm of his, like kind of under his thumb.
Okay.
Something,
All right.
something in
Like
here,
right
I
here.
got you.
right in the
Yeah.
back
Right here.
part of your thumb, right.
Right.
There.
That's that's not good.
Yeah,
No,
well,
no,
you can
that
see
can
on
cause
that.
You
problems
need
for
that.
a baseball player.
You need that.
Well,
grip a ball, grip
you
a
can't
bat.
grip a bat. I mean, you could see his hand come off the bat,
Yeah.
and I mean,
good.
you only do that when it really hurts.
I know a hand doctor if we want to get him on. Talk about the importance of whatever that is right there.
Yeah.
Tendon? Is it a tendon?
Can you ask Claude?
A nerve?
Can you
Yeah.
ask
Ligament?
Claude about what that is?
The hamate bone.
There he is.
There it
There's
is.
Dr. Bart.
Yes.
Have
why
your
didn't
stethoscope?
we turn to Bart
It's
first?
a very, I don't want to say frequent, but regular baseball injury.
Yeah,
Okay.
the hamate.
The what?
Hammett.
Hamate bone.
Can you spell that for me?
Hamate.
Hamate. Okay.
There's not two M's. There's just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Anatomy.
Hammate.
Is there nothing Bart doesn't know?
I just.
I mean, really.
Would you be shocked
That's
if
the
he
first time
reached
I've heard
down
that
into his shirt and pulled out a stethoscope? Would you? Would you be shocked?
Got a tongue depressor over there in his pocket.
He's got a printer tool in his pocket, and he's got a stethoscope in his shirt.
Just trying to help.
He can do it all.
And if Bart at some point in his life has had a pocket protector, have you
No.
not with the pens like
No.
a mechanic?
No, absolutely not.
Could you work on a vehicle?
Can you fix a small injury?
Depends on what the problem is.
Look at our lawnmower.
Yeah. Could you get my weed
Fix
eater
my
going?
lawnmower.
That would be. This
make
is
my
gotta
weed
be-
eater work?
This is
I can
actually.
probably figure it out.
What is it seriously for you? Is it just been curiosity, or is it that you enjoy being educated, coming from a family of educators? Are you just a voracious learner?
Or do you just like being right?
Did you figure that out?
Curiosity and a desire to be, well educated.
We used to only do this once a year. We're gonna have to do it once a week. Ask Bart anything. It's like when they call in those
One question,
What are
one
those-
question only.
what are those two guys that do a show on Saturday morning or something about vehicles? They call in about anything
yeah,
with a
yeah,
vehicle.
the car show, whatever it's called.
Should I get the extended warranty? Here's what I found out about extended warranties. Just that could be. There's so many possibilities for you, and here you are slumming around with us.
I know.
I mean, it's.
You have
Do
to
you
be
question?
thankful.
Do you question? Do you question yourself on a daily or weekly basis?
Frequently.
Like you're just taking.
What am I
the-
doing
I'm
here?
taking. He's taking the easy route.
What am I doing?
Step
here?
out on your own, Bart. What's the show going to be? There's so many choices. That's
Ask
the problem.
Bart.
Ask Bart.
I've got a question.
Yes. Okay.
I've got a question.
Here-
I'll get it started.
You want to start it?
Yes. I'm having issues with my microwave at home, Bart. Every time I try to press the 30-second button, it shorts out. So do you think that's a microwave issue or an electrical issue?
Well, I think it's probably an electrical issue within the microwave.
Okay, so a microwave issue.
Yes.
So I need a new microwave.
I would.
Okay, because I go back into the garage to the
Throw it
breaker.
out. It's not working.
I turn the microwave switch back, on and off. Comes back
Microwaves
on.
usually aren't worth repairing.
But what if you could?
And then, I put the food in,
be
I
more
close the door.
a bigger pain in the butt.
Can
than
you
it's
take a
worth.
microwave apart and fix it?
That's what I was going to
Are-
suggest.
are-
Could he
could-
bring
could-
it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you using the general you, or are you specifically talking about me?
Well,
We're talking.
just
This is
you,
about you.
Bart.
Both you and the general.
I
usage,
don't.
yeah,
I don't.
the collective you.
I don't mess with electricity.
I have a follow-up to the
I don't
microwave
mess, I
issue.
don't mess with electricity.
It's a
lot.
built-in unit, and so would you
Oh,
recommend me trying to replace it by myself or finding like a handyman or microwave guy?
Shout
Or
out
could
Bart,
you-
microwave
Or
guy.
could you come over and assist me?
I think you could. I think you could do it. Like
It's like a built into the
Yeah,
cabinet.
you can order
kinda
those.
deal.
Like you can order those. You just got to measure, make sure you get a
Okay.
something that fits.
All right,
and
that's good. Actually, good to know because it's a
there-
real
there's gonna-
problem in the house.
There's gonna be a plug in the back there.
Yeah, there's a plug up in the
Yeah,
cabinets above
yeah.
the microwave.
Ask
Okay.
Bart anything.
I have one.
Yeah,
Can I go next?
sure.
I have a leaky shower head. It's not the shower head itself. We've replaced the shower head.
Yeah.
Okay. But when you take the shower head off, it still leaks out of the pipe, like just a drip. Could you fix that?
Probably.
Look, what would you do?
Well, I'd assess the situation. First of all, you start any problem solving by assessing the situation, right? And,
Should I cancel the call that I have scheduled with the plumber?
no,
I have the
do
plumber
that.
coming over.
No, do that. Definitely do that.
I didn't even go to Claude. I did a quick Google search. Apparently it's up inside the pipe.
Probably so.
There's I think washer in there, like a rubber washer that gets kind of worn out.
Yeah.
And you got to shut your water off, and you got to get in there and you got to change that thing out.
Yeah.
Sounds like it would take me roughly 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. Just go ahead and have somebody do that.
So these are,
I know you well enough to know. Just have somebody.
Well,
do it.
Kara could do anything, but I want to kind of save myself from that too.
yeah.
We'll just get a professional.
That's right.
Like,
That's
it's still a thing, you know.
Yeah.
We got to go through it together.
Yeah.
Well, there's microwave shower. What do you have for Bart this morning? And can you fix Kahio Eloy's hand, or is that a doctor thing?
No, that's a doctor
He's a
thing.
physical therapist.
Yeah, that's a doctor thing.
That is a real bummer, man. It sounds like he's done.
It does sound like that. And he's one of the guys, when we talk about slugging your way out of a regional, he's one of those guys you would count on, to be one of those sluggers. So if he can't play, that's a potential blow right there.
Well, today's Thursday. We're headed towards a holiday weekend. There's something cheerful.
Yeah.
617, and Bart can fix whatever you need today, or at least answer your question. 877-377-6963. Ask Bart anything here on this Thursday, May 21st. We do it annually, and now we're doing it more.
Wins like that those are just good for your soul, man. Those are beautiful.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's nothing like a day at the pool.
Cold Yingling Lager. First pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager. Crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager
Switch to Light Lager.
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorback.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand-new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. I've learned so much just off the air today, listening to Bart and Edward and Riley. I'm really out of touch. I mean, I really am.
With what?
With everything.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I have to admit, I have been reading for, I don't know, the last hour or so, Christina Long's very well-written story in the Whole Hog Sports, or the paper, as I call it, about the U of A Board of Trustees meeting yesterday. Presentations, recommendations, big money, football. I mean, there's a lot going on.
I was thinking about this today on the way in about Navigate is the consulting firm they hired. Which, you know, there's some question like, okay, why do you hire a consulting firm? Well, you hire a consulting firm to figure out like how you match up with everybody else, whether you're doing it right, whether you're doing it wrong. But I wonder how much that costs, and I wondered why they didn't hire Bart. And
well, that's
Bart
the first thing I thought. They could have saved a lot of money.
Bart said during the break, Chuck and Bo Consulting Firm.
Yeah, he said we need to open a consulting firm.
He wants to use
Chuck
our
and Bo
name,
Consulting.
so he's going to use the name of the show.
I just mean it's like an offshoot of the business.
Well, you know, we'll get dealing some crisis management.
I can do
things
what
like
this
that.
company did for, cheaper than I'm sure they paid.
Are you going to bring this up in our next growth meeting?
Yeah, probably.
I found a vertical, guys.
Yeah, I have.
It's
Bart's Consulting.
It's consulting under the Chuck and Bo brand.
Consulting with Bart.
Chuck and Bo Consulting. We show up, except we don't.
God.
Bart does. Where's Chuck and Bo?
Common Sense Consulting.
Yeah, there it is. See?
Bang.
Bang.
Done.
Trademark it.
From the people that brought you the
So they hired a consulting firm, and I don't know, where do you want to dive in here? Basically, they evaluated 32 schools. Roster spending, name, image, likeness, revenue sharing, payments were not included. But they evaluated, all right, how are schools spending? How are they doing? What makes sense? You know, how are you compared to everyone else? The Razorbacks were competitive with schools in similar markets like Ole Miss, Missouri, Auburn, Mississippi State, Kentucky, South Carolina, but below aspirational peers such as Alabama, Texas, Texas A&M, and Georgia. We kind of figured that. Based on Arkansas's football expenses from the past 5 fiscal years, Navigate projected the Razorbacks to win 4 SEC games a year. In reality, Arkansas averaged 2.2 wins per year during that span. Also, during that 5-year span, Arkansas's recruiting classes were considered on par with its expenses. So basically, you've underperformed in football the last 5 years to a tune of 2 games a year. Now, I don't see anything in here about the schedule. But I think if you go look, they've played a more difficult schedule than some of the teams that you would consider their on-par spending peers. One of the biggest changes Arkansas can make to bring in more money in the near future is an approach to ticketing. Currently, donors to the Razorback Foundation receive access to season tickets in every sport. Tickets aren't guaranteed, but any donor at any amount could, in theory, get tickets to all sports based on one donation amount. According to Navigate's analysis, Arkansas is the only school in its peer group that operates that way. Navigate estimated that if Arkansas monetized football seats the way the top 10 peer programs did, it could increase its revenue by $7.6 million. In men's basketball, it would increase by $8.3 million. Navigate also, we're almost done here with the highlights, also recommended Arkansas hire more revenue-generating staff in departments such as marketing, fundraising, and ticket sales. That includes some roles within the Razorback Foundation. Arkansas could explore the possibility of reorganizing its revenue-generating operations, such as ticket sales, sponsorships, ancillary events, and donations, into third-party organization similar to a professional sports team. Doing so would free the departments from some regulations that apply to state-funded institutions. I mean, it goes on and on. Basically, they need more money in the Arkansas Athletic Department. In its most simplistic form, it's setting up, in effect, an LLC that houses those revenue-generating functions and has some sort of business relationship with the university, which is sort of what the Razorback Foundation is and was designed to be. But now it's more of a business, and the way that college sports is, quote, regulated, there's a new way to do it. The longest term recommendation involves also campus real estate development. So this is a new thing, Chuck, where they're developing real estate on campuses and creating these community things around stadiums. Schools like Wake Forest, Iowa State, Kansas have already begun building such districts.
You know, I thought about this when we were in Frisco Monday, the way that they have built up all the retail, and it's basically, for those who are Cardinal fans, they go to St. Louis. It's like a ballpark village. And this is very commonly done in pro sports. In fact, it's one of the sticking points, just as a byproduct or as an aside. It's been one of the sticking points in the negotiations between players and ownership in Major League Baseball, because the teams get all the revenue from these ballpark villages and the players don't share in it. And that's a big sticking point. What they're talking about, if you draw an analogy to a college campus, is basically build a ballpark village. Now, I don't know exactly where you do that here, but that's one of the things they're talking about. And then, you know, the athletic department keeps the money. Now, if they argue about who gets the money in the pros, eventually they're going to argue about who gets the money at the collegiate level too. But that is a way to generate revenue. Now, also, you have to invest millions upon millions of dollars to generate that revenue, and it doesn't happen overnight. But that is one of the ways that professional teams do make money. There's no question they make a lot of money.
They call it a mixed-use use district.
Retail, residences.
The stadium includes restaurants, shops, housing.
Yeah, condos, expensive condos.
So if you were able to the one way to look at it is take all the surrounding amenities of Razorback Stadium that aren't necessarily next to each other, like Dixon Street, and you were able to squeeze it in around Razorback Stadium.
Yeah, let's tear down all the student housing.
Well, that's the that's the thing. I mean, it sounds great. I mean, it does sound great. And look, if you've been to a Braves game in Atlanta, I mean, they're great setups. They're fun.
Well, it's what people are doing. It's not necessarily what they're going to do.
But where do you do it?
No, I was talking about the report, like the whole report and everything.
So the report, I know you're asking, like you're kind of chuckling at it, and I get it.
Yeah.
But the report is basically this is what others are doing that are in your category.
Right.
So we always say, well, we're not Alabama or we're not Georgia, but we're us. So how do you maximize us? Like we talk about Kansas State understanding who they are, for example, in football, right? And so this is like, well, financially, here's what people that are in your category are doing, not the most wealthy, but the people that are in your category.
Right.
But this takes a lot of money to do.
Well, and like space that doesn't exist.
Well, we can focus on just that part of their recommendation. I mean, they recommended a lot of other things.
I know,
That's just one of them.
But like
that was fun though.
Again, like it's nonsensical.
We're gonna lock in on that.
Why is that even like?
I don't know, Bart. It'd be pretty cool. I mean,
no, it would be cool. It would be cool.
fun,
but
man.
Come
on.
They're sort of landlocked.
Have a good time. Don't be such
a
stick in the mud.
I mean, like Fayetteville High School is, its own situation.
Yeah, let's tear down Fayetteville High School to build an entertainment district around Buckle.
I was thinking more in terms of up on the hill, where they've got that area where They got the bookstore and the parking, and I think they've got a Subway up there.
Yeah.
You know, they got all that
Mini
stuff.
Walmart.
Yeah.
This is First Security Bank right there.
Is there?
I think so.
I'm always watching for people walking across the crosswalk.
I know.
I can't ever look to see what's in the building.
I know.
I'm always trying to make sure nobody
that's
jumps out in front of me because I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you got to put your phone down. Right there.
Well, I mean, I was trying to scroll and find this about there are aspirational peers and there are people that are within the same size market. Do we want to think of ourselves as better than Ole Miss, Missouri, Mississippi State? Do we want to think of ourselves as better than Auburn and South Carolina? Some of these teams that are in similar size markets, of course we do. Just like they want to think of themselves as better than us. And every single one of us has aspirational peers like Alabama, Texas A&M, Georgia. That's who the rest of the league aspires to be. We are in that group. And everybody in that group, including us, is trying to find ways to raise more money. Now, part of this is to justify what they've already asked for from the university, from the institution, and part of it may be the justification to ask for more. Because part of this study is they compare it with schools who get money from the institution, and they compare football success with schools who don't. And it's not hard to figure out that the schools that get more institutional money tend to do better in football. That's part of the reason that, they did this study, was to justify that.
I wonder if Teamwork Roofing and Construction can help. I wonder if they can finance this operation.
Well, I can't hurt.
0% down.
It couldn't hurt.
For 12 months, low fixed payments over time, no payments for 60 days. Now, that involves your roof mostly, or if you need a project done at your house.
Uh-oh. There's the fault in the system right there. There's the fault in the system.
He had a fumble over there with the
papers went flying.
With what do we call that system we have over there?
Just keep going. Yeah. I'll deal with that.
It's hard to explain. You need a visual aid.
Pile of papers on the floor. Keep going. Teamwork can help you too, Bart. I don't know if you need a roof, but they can help you. They can help you with a remodel. One of the things that is not common in the roofing business is being able to finance your roof or your deductible. They can help you get it done where you might not have the cash on hand right now. They can help you with that. 0% financing, things like that for 12 months or flexible payments otherwise. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, proud premier certified contractors for both Malarkey Shingles and McElroy Metal Systems. You need help, they're here for you. Teamworkbuilt.com is the website. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork. Your thoughts? 877-377-6963. Good morning. Dale, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, my gosh. I'm finally on.
You're on.
I've been listening to you guys forever. You guys are awesome.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, 310 million people in
You could be one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, we can talk real seriously about this. At this Board of Trustees meeting yesterday, and there's recommendations from this consulting firm, or we can have fun with it. What would you rather do?
Let's have a good time.
All right. What do you want to build down there in this multi-use district? What do you guys like? Let's just imagine and have fun. Forget the realism of the reality of the idea that they're landlocked and there's things you can't do and there's not anywhere to go and you can't. Let's just pretend that it's a blank slate. Bart, what do you want down there? Right next to the stadium. You want me to start? I want.
Sure.
How about a luxury hotel?
Great.
That sees right into the stadium.
Yeah. That's great.
That at its highest point, you can also see in the Baum Stadium.
Beautiful.
Yes.
The skyrise.
And on the
put it in
I
that
don't know,
parking lot. Take up some more parking. Put it right there.
Like on the we'll get the parking. We're gonna handle parking too. And maybe on like the I don't know fifth floor. Maybe that's too high. There's a skywalk over to Bud Walton Arena. It goes directly into Bud Walton Arena.
Right inside.
Yes. Yes. Okay, that's a start.
Okay.
That's we're talking about these other campuses that are building. What do they
How
call
about
it?
a Michelin star?
Mixed use.
Let's get a Michelin star
real
restaurant
estate
in there.
district.
I have a
A
report from a
mixed-use
listener
district.
saying that they're doing this at Iowa State and that they personally witnessed what they are doing there.
Well, tell us more.
Well, I mean, let's.
who
Well,
is it? Who is it?
I don't know.
Call in. Tell
Uh,
us all about it.
Dan on the text line asked
Let's
if
go
we
on
can get a
vacation.
Chili's. Can we get a Chili's in there?
Well, yeah.
Presidente Margarita coming right up.
Well, if they can get past Jordan Wright's stranglehold on whatever the first restaurant's going to be, they can put a Chili's in there.
Apparently,
Well, you gotta
That's
have more
no
than
com-
one. You gotta have more than
Yeah.
one place to
Can't
eat.
eat barbecue every day.
apparently the way it works up there, you pay a large donation for the rights to lease a condo for a period of 10 years at around $500,000 per year. And there was also retail space as well. I'm reading directly from the report.
And they just lost.
Actually, the
And they
text.
just lost their football coach.
Which is the report. A source report.
It's not actually a report.
You have a source.
It's their report. Situated on land between their football stadium and their basketball arena.
I love it.
Well, there you go.
I love it.
I mean,
and
a
they did.
stream.
And
I
they
would
just
like a
lost their
condo.
football
Could I have a condo?
Yes, as
I
the
like a
play-by-play
well,
man, you should have a condo
and
that
see,
looks into the stadium,
I
so you
think-
can sit there and think about calling games.
I think
Yeah,
you should have
I agree.
like a balcony to the west to watch the sun set.
Yes.
And a balcony to the, maybe to the other direction, the east or
It should
south, so
be
you can watch
so
the crowd
close
gather.
That if during a game you need to relieve yourself, you can go to your condo. You
I'm
can
gonna run
walk
home a
down the
minute.
hall. I'll be
I'm gonna
right
run
back.
home a minute.
You can host friends. They can watch the game from your condo. Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, that's my request.
They have
That's
these,
all that I'm
they,
asking.
they have these futuristic movies. Well, I mean, this is what the future of campus looks like.
Do you guys remember
That'd be
when
awesome.
Do you guys remember when they came up with they were going to remodel the stadium? This was before they remodeled the stadium in its current form. They had the company that came in and they showed the artist renderings, and it looked like a European soccer stadium. I mean, it was curved, and you can imagine how well that went over. This was like 1996, 97, somewhere in there. And but this was, you talked about futuristic. That's what that was. So-
What if they could do the next rocket launch? Like Elon
people to the
Musk.
moon?
Yes.
Bo's just over there
What if,
spitballing now.
what if they could do it right out of the stadium?
Not enough space.
But what if they could?
Well, they can't.
Well, that's not the point.
You'd have to build a much bigger stadium.
Dream with me, Bart. What could we be?
We could.
What could
Hey,
we be?
I've got the
What
solution.
if Elon Musk took
got the
over the
solution.
athletic department?
Very bad things would happen. Incredibly bad things.
Yeah,
would
but
happen.
it would be fun.
No, it would not be. It would not be.
Every player
we
gets one of those ugly trucks.
No. Here's the idea. Here's the idea. Okay, so there's all that land, and the university owns some of it. They don't own some of it. Where the the parking and transit office is on campus over by the intramural fields. First of all, we're going to tear down the parking and transit office.
Just demolish it.
Just demolish it.
No more parking tickets.
Get rid of them.
Symbolic of the entire department.
In a
Right,
perfect
exactly.
world. In a perfect world, there are no more parking tickets.
That building is gone.
With all due respect, ma'am.
No, I don't have a lot of respect
Well,
for the narcs.
I don't. Hold on. I mean, let's be respectful.
They're just parking
Hold
people.
on.
They're just people
They're
like trying to.
just
It's just a job,
doing
man.
their job.
The parking Nazis. Is that what you're
There
saying?
is a way to say this, Bart. They're just doing their job, and they're fantastic at it. But
they're quite.
we
quite
need
adept.
you
Narcs.
to take your services somewhere else
Yeah.
because parking and transit is no longer required here. In our new way of this mixed-use district
Yep.
way of life.
So we tear that down, okay, and that space right there across from Bud Walton Arena. There's some additional there are a couple additional parking lots over there, and then it's residential back in there. Buy up that land, That's where you do it right there.
hell are we doing?
Yeah.
That's where you do
We're
it.
building a hotel, Chuck.
That's where you do
That's
it.
what we're doing. What do you
Right
mean?
there.
What are we doing?
It's right there.
We're building a daggum hotel
It's right
down
there.
here. We're gonna
Entertainment
get our
district.
mixed-use district.
Bars, music venues, hotel,
The Chuck and Bo
restaurants.
Show studios
Game day,
gonna be right in
baby.
the middle of it.
The Chuck and Bo.
Yeah.
We need to get into the sports bar business,
It's
the restaurants, have a line of
Yes.
The
restaurants.
Chuck and Bo Show
Yes.
Entertainment District.
There we go.
What's Chuck's special tonight?
Yeah.
What's the chef have under the Chuck special?
The entertainment district. That would be huge.
That's
Hey, I
what
got
we
the
need.
company to develop it.
Yes.
Weicker Realtors of Griffin
They'll
Company.
sell
You
all
think
the
they develop
condos.
it? You think they
Absolutely.
develop it for us?
They'll buy and sell every one of those condos.
Hey, if you got a home you're buying or selling, they're the ones to talk to. I can guarantee you that. You can log on to WeicherGriffin.com and see just a wide selection of homes. And they probably could develop a mixed-use district right by the stadium. If anybody could do it, they could do
Awesome. I love
it.
it.
They are men of vision and women of vision, and they could certainly do that. But in the meantime, if you are selling your home, they've got somebody that'll buy it. Ask Bo. I mean, you put it on the market, a couple hours later, you got people in your house. Tomorrow it's sold. That really is the way it works. And if you are looking, they will help you find your dream home, and they know how to make it happen for you. They're in Washington and Benton counties. They're in Branson. They're in Fort Smith. And you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Build it, and they will come. Do you worry about what any of this is doing to our reputation?
There are times, yes, yes, yes. I do think about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under 30 grand. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
The Arkansas Razorback softball team has advanced to the Super Regionals. Coach Deifel and the Hogs will be back in Bogle Park this weekend with a chance to advance to their first ever Women's College World Series. We need the stands packed and for Razorback fans to bring the energy. Purchase your tickets online at ArkansasRazorbacks.com, or you can call the Razorback Ticket Center at 479-575-5151. Purchase your tickets today.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweating 'em Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweating 'em Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweating 'em Edge or log on to sweating'emcosmetic.com.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com. Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I ain't going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Paschal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Paschal member signed up today through the end of May, Paschal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Paschal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PaschalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I was just thinking this morning on the drive in, boy, it's going to be nice to see Chuck, and I don't usually think that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart says we need a casino.
Yes, that's going to be in the
that's
hotel.
That's the
Casino
deal right
hotel
there. Casino hotel right across the street from the stadium.
Oaklawn 2.
No, Oaklawn. It's Oaklawn North.
Can you fit a horse racing track into?
Yes,
Sure,
around the stadium. Absolutely.
That'd be
You can't
so
even
sick.
see.
You could have
You
dirt
gotta-
and grass.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yes, that'd be incredible. Like to have a dirt track around the stadium.
Oh my God.
Yes, you got
I'm
to.
in.
Yes, everybody
Now
comes
we're
in.
talking.
Everybody comes in through the hotel to get into
Oh
the stadium.
yeah. Well,
That's how you
well,
do
you
it.
have to go through the casino to get into the
Yeah,
stadium.
That's right.
Yes, yes. We really appreciate the consulting effort by Navigate to help Arkansas find ways to make more money.
Whatever they charged you, we'll do it for half.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'll do it for half and then half the time.
I mean,
half the time.
part of me was read it now. Of course, I'm
Yeah,
always interested by things like this, but I'm not sure that there's anything in there that really made me go, "Wow, I never thought of that."
Can I read a couple of standout? Well, we're almost out of time.
No, read them. We got time.
We'll save it for the next hour. We're up against the we're up
Well,
against the break.
Well, yeah, Bart said, "Bart, it's not enough time for Bart."
Yeah, I was going to say,
I
well,
mean, he's got.
what am I thinking?
He's got to pontificate a little bit.
Yeah, true. Don't
Seven.
want to be constrained.
Well, in the short term, Arkansas can sign a new and bigger multimedia rights agreement, seek major partnerships, and host more events such as concerts to generate more revenue. Arkansas's multimedia rights deal expires at the end of 2028. Well, no crap. Of course they can do all those things. Like you needed a consultant to tell you
Well,
that?
they're not going to leave the obvious things out.
Bart,
You know what I
Bart
mean.
would have told him that for
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
And really has. He's been crying it from the mountaintop.
There are some
forever.
things in there they're not doing. You know what I mean? But you can't
Yeah,
leave
and
the
that's
obvious
the
things.
There's
that's
going
the
to
part
be
that I
a new
wanna get into.
multimedia
That's
rights
what I want to
deal.
get.
There's
Right. Well, there has to be. It expires. There has to be.
Well,
a new one.
they're saying you got to get more
You
out
gotta
of
do
it.
right,
And
right.
more-
Which they will. Like that's part of just the times.
You're
changing.
being overly critical. There's plenty of things you can be critical about.
I'm about to be.
You're taking a reach
Next
on.
a-
You're
next-
taking a reach
Oh
on.
my God!
Next hour, I will be.
You're just
He's
jeez.
loading up.
Oh my
He's
God.
winding up.
Chuck and Bo on demand. If
Got
you
to throw a
missed it,
couple pitches in the bullpen
you can
first.
catch it wherever you get podcast. Also, we're streaming live on YouTube. Download the Chuck and Bo YouTube channel. It's all driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, here's a Memorial Day sales offer you don't want to miss. Up to $14,000 off MSRP at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Save up to $14,000 when you buy a new 2026 Chevy Silverado. But don't wait. This offer's only good during the Memorial Day sales event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Log on to ChevroletofFayetteville.com for complete details.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I do think that there is value in this because, look, I don't know how else to say it. As you build, if you're struggling, as you struggle, all of those things. Sometimes it's better to do it with kids from your own backyard than it is with kids that nobody knows anything about, because you root for kids from your own backyard. And that's one of the things, it's one of the reasons that I think it's important for all programs to sign in-state kids. And I know the portal is going to determine a lot of programs' fates. Maybe Arkansas is one of them. I don't know. But you got to have that core. I also think it grows the game, and it makes it fashionable. Now, you can say, well, it's football. I mean, what are you talking about? Football is already, you don't need to grow football anymore. I think you need to grow the idea that high school football players in Arkansas can go play for the Razorbacks. That's what a generation grew up believing. And I'm not saying it hasn't always been true. The truth is, it has always been that way. But I think the public perception perhaps has changed in that regard. And I think what he's doing there is good. Now, look, if you go out there and you're full of in-state kids and you're, nothing changes, maybe that's not the way to go. But I honestly think, Bart, what he's doing right now, I think long term, I think this benefits a lot of people. I just put it that way.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Friggin' roller coaster, man. It's been a bumpy ride. Positives are you look up and you're 17-13 in the SEC. I think a lot of people would probably take that. I mean, nobody who follows us would take that, nor should they. But I think that 17-13 is a pretty good place to be. But it is. It's just been this is a unique year. All of the goals of the team that aren't the goals of the outside perspective are still attainable if you're hooked up.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
At my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Stretched by the lefty Blanco, and Stewart swings and hits another one. Way back right field. You got to get out of here. He hits it off the scoreboard. 4 home runs in 4 games for Zach Stewart. 2 home runs in the first for the Hogs, and they're up 3-0.
I mean, I think I'm just going on the right pitches, getting a pitch in the middle of the zone, committed to the approach. When I stay within the approach, I mean, good things happen, so it's just doing that.
Zach Stewart leads off the 3rd inning. Hit his 4th homer in 4 games in the first, and he hits another one. Oh, my goodness. Zach Stewart has seen 2 pitches. He's hit 800 feet of home runs.
It's been really good. I think I would do this over and over again, no matter what. I mean, this is the best decision I've made in my life to come play here at this university, meet all these guys. It's been a really good year. I've had a lot of fun, winning a lot more, and that's what I like to do.
Zach Stewart, mash it.
Yeah, it was funny when Dave had a comment after the game, too, about Zach. He talked about how, he struggled in the fall, came in, kind of struggled in the fall. And I remember when it was the first game, I guess, in February, maybe when I filled in for Phil. And his name came up in our pregame conversation. I've been around Dave enough to know, I could tell by the tone of his voice, he wasn't real high on Zach Stewart as an all-around player. A right fielder play, and it's because he'd struggled in the fall. Yeah, and I remember Stewart hit a home run that game, and then he got a couple of hits in the next game. And I filled in for Phil again, and I can remember saying that if he keeps hitting, Dave's going to have to play him. Whether he wants to or not, he's going to have to play him. That's how you get in the lineup and stay in the lineup, is you hit and keep hitting. And that's what he's done all year. Not the perfect right fielder, but, man, the guy can hit. And in this situation for this team, that's what's keeping him in the lineup.
And he has great hair.
He does have good hair.
It's great hair.
He has, excellent hair.
That's I'd say 45 days ago, we had a coaches meeting in my office on a Monday morning, and Zach's in a really bad slump. He's not helping as much. And I told Coach Thompson, I said, we got to change his luck. And the kind of way I said it frustrated, I said, why don't you just tell Zach to change his luck, cut his hair or something? Well, later that night, about 5:15, I get a call. It's Zach. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Let's see how this goes. He says, hey, Coach, it was great. He said, I was talking to Coach Thompson. He said something about cutting my hair, and you might want to cut my hair. How short do you want it? what he said. And I said, Zach, I don't really care about your hair. I could care less about your hair. I just want you to start doing what I know you can do. I just want you to change your luck, something. He goes, okay. I said, Zach, I don't care if your hair is whatever. Anyway, so you get the gist of it. So it was good. I think he realized that we care about him a lot. And I think that helps him relax a little bit. But that's him. He didn't call me to give me a hard time or be defiant. He called to see what I wanted him to do, and I really appreciated that.
How short do you want
Now,
it?
just for the record, there was a time when Dave Van Horn did care how long a player's hair was. I can't tell you the number of times that, and I remember one or two specifically, I'd be in the dugout to record a pregame show. Maybe the Razorbacks had lost the day before. Dave wasn't in a great mood. His go-to was always, go get a haircut. Yeah, it was like your dad. Get a haircut.
That sounds like Norm.
Yeah, and that's the solution for everything is get a haircut.
That's awesome. How long has your hair been? Have you ever had long hair, Bart? You ever had a mullet? Did you ever try a mullet?
God, no.
Oh, what, man. Dwayne Shintzis inspired one by me.
I had long hair when I had
Dwayne Shintzis haircut. I went to a barber one time when I was, 14. And I said, give me and I took a picture of, you remember Dwayne Shintzis?
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Florida
about.
Gator.
University of Florida.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
went with-
He did have a
you went with
serious
that-
mullet.
You went with that.
Took a picture out of Sports Illustrated, went in there and told him to give me that.
That was a serious
Did that
mullet.
happen?
Yeah, that really happened. I didn't really have long enough hair to really make it happen, but I tried. I mean, at 14, believe it or not, I had hair.
Are there photos of this?
He was at least 17.
There kind of
before
are.
it started falling out.
There are not, but it's not. It's not the full on, like really long hair mullet, but it's long hair for me.
It was a mullet. It was a legitimate mullet.
It was business in the front, a party in the back,
that's right.
man.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
Mike Gundy, baby.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was all about it then. I look back on those days fondly.
Yeah.
But I do want. So let's talk about this, like, the batting helmet situation. Like, I think you got to get, whether you have a lot of hair or a little hair, we got to get a batting helmet that you don't have to hold on to when you're running the bases.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What is with the running around the
I
bases?
know.
It's at
And
every
that-
level.
It's an
in
issue.
Major League Baseball too.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, they're paying a manufacturer really good money for these helmets. Like, we've got to get these things sized better.
I agree.
I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous.
I think they wear them too loose.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure.
Well,
it's
yes.
a preference thing. I don't know.
I am
You don't want it
beginning to
real tight,
wonder.
I get that.
Look,
but
I know players who they know how to wear their hat where it comes off when they chase a fly ball and it looks like they're giving max effort. I don't think that doesn't
It's
happen.
so
It
ridiculous.
happens all the
Yeah.
time. I know guys who know exactly how to lope in the outfield where they can make that diving catch and come up and show the ball. That stuff happens every play, or not every play,
show.
but that's part of the show. I mean, that's just part of it.
well, the helmet thing, it needs to.
But the helmet thing, what I'm driving at is I think that at times it's done almost for effect.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you're not running fast unless you got to get rid of that helmet. I don't understand.
But if you want to flip it off, that's fine. But the guys that are running,
I don't understand.
and trying to hang
He
on to
got
it,
smoked in the head with the
I
base,
know.
an errant
Well,
throw. And
hey, some guy got beaned running the bases. I saw it in, I don't know if it's a college or a big league game. He got beaned at third.
That was Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks
Okay.
the other night.
Yeah,
he got a
yeah.
little league home run because
Yeah.
it hit his head when he was sliding into
I
third.
mean, it like crushed his
Yeah.
melon.
No
He didn't
helmet
have his
because he
helmet
has
on.
long hair and
Yeah.
it came flying off too.
Maybe
anyhow,
it's the long hair.
none of that was really the story of the game yesterday.
No, it
but
really wasn't.
Zach
No.
Stewart did a couple home runs. Cam Kojo
very
hit one.
long home runs.
Cam Kozel hit a long home run.
Every home run was over 400 feet. I think every one of them was over like 415.
Who am I missing? Somebody else hit one. Kojo, Stewart
Pompey.
hit two.
Pompey
Pompey
hit
hit
one.
one.
He hit a
Pompey
blast.
hit one into the parking lot.
Yeah, he hit a blast.
It hit a. believe it hit a Grand Wagoneer.
Hey, I can remember when home runs, you talk about strength of players and the velocity of the pitchers, how that velocity will generate power for a hitter if you really square it up. There are a lot of home runs hitting that ballpark now. There was a time when there just weren't very many.
And Hoover?
Yeah, and Hoover.
Well, I feel like it's getting like that in Omaha too.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah. I certainly was at the old ballpark. That's for sure.
So they had 4 big home runs, and Souza hit a double.
Yeah.
And that led to an 8-4 win.
Play
for
Texas
Arkansas over
tomorrow?
Tennessee. Yeah, they're off today.
What time do they play tomorrow?
You have to ask Bart.
Bart?
They play at 3:00 tomorrow.
3:00.
Ish. 3 ish.
No, it'll be at 3. It's the first game.
Yeah, it's the first game, yeah.
Because the teams that play today get screwed.
That's what we in the business call a hard start.
Yeah, guarantee me it's a 3 p.m. start. Do it right now.
I'm going to say
Guaranteed.
3:02. 3:02.
Weather permitting, it's a 3:00 start.
Yes.
Weather permitting.
May or may not. Because
they're
there
about
will
to,
be weather at some point.
Well, they're going to have some
Did they
weather
have any
today.
rain yesterday? Did they?
They're going to have some today. We will see if they are able to play these games that they have scheduled for today.
Man, what a
Bart
day.
has found the dark cloud.
What a day tomorrow is going to be. 11 a.m. super regional start at Bogle Park. Then Bart and I'll go to the game with Bart. Then we will make our way to that new hotel that overlooks the stadium, and we will have a martini on the
I'll give you
in
the
the
keys to
Sky
my condo.
in
You
the
guys
Sky
can do whatever you
restaurant.
wanna do.
Yeah, we'll go to Chuck's condo in that new swanky hotel with condos.
Mixed use.
That looks into the new mixed use district. And then we will go to the rooftop. We will go to the
you got to have a rooftop bar.
the
Gotta
new
have a rooftop bar.
walk-ons at the top of this new. What's the name of the hotel?
The Chuck and Bo.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show Entertainment District. It's the Chuck and
It's
Bo
our
Show
district.
Hotel.
It's our hotel.
Yes. In fact, we might as well.
We might church it up and just call it the Chuck and Bo.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, it's church. He
Take-
said church it up.
I didn't really know where he was going
Get rid of
there.
the hotel. Just it's the Chuck and Bo.
Bart's new phrase.
Bart actually has the terminology
Oh,
down.
he's-
I mean, this
the
is
thing
mixed
is-
use verbiage right
The
here.
thing is, though, what Bart and we all have to realize, not just Bart, but we all have to realize, you might know the terminology, but how does it sound coming out of your mouth?
No, it's right. That's right.
I think I delivered it well.
Well,
You did.
I know.
I
you
mean,
think
the
that.
presentations.
I think we would have somebody.
sure
else.
you do
We would
think
ask
that,
the
Bart.
kids, "Hey, how do you feel about Uncle Bart talking like that?" We get their opinion on it. It's their language, not yours.
Funny.
Does that make sense? It's their language, not yours. You
Listen
got
to
it
the-
from them.
Listen to the
And
old
you-
guy. Listen to the old
the
guy.
kids.
Fire.
The kids.
Church it up?
The
No,
kids.
that's been around a long time.
Well, maybe that
Come on
one's,
now.
maybe that's not the best example. Maybe
I
that
have
was-
to admit, I don't hear that phrase used a lot. I mean, I have heard it before.
You
My friend-
appreciate
my
it.
friends and
but
I
not
use
in
it all
the
time.
context of a hotel. I just really
No, I
haven't.
was just talking about the name of the hotel. Church it up, like make it nice, fancy.
We weren't going to do this until 2027, but we might as well do it now. We might as well announce that we are putting our name on the stadium.
That's right. That's right.
We're not. I don't know if it's going to happen now. We were under NDA before the show started.
Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Hunter
Razorback
kind of
Stadium.
spilled the beans
But
the other night.
accidentally-
He kind of spilled the beans.
Accidentally came out the other night, and so now it's fair game. We are debating whether it'll be the Chuck and Bo Show or just the Chuck and Bo Stadium.
Church it up.
The Chuck and Bo.
It only works. It
Stadium.
only works for the hotel.
Yeah.
It makes the hotel sound fancy.
It does.
It
does.
really does.
Just the Chuck and Bo,
Gives it a
as opposed to
contemporary
the
sound.
Chuck and Bo Show Hotel.
Yeah. It's
I want a really fast elevator in this thing.
yeah.
All right,
I
zoom
want
it.
like you just get
Speed
Let me
elevator.
call the
Fastest
people at
elevators in
Dover.
Arkansas.
Let me call the people at the good.
That's
folks
what we
at
want to be
Dover
able
Elevator.
to promote. The
How many
fastest
floors-
elevators in Arkansas.
How many floors is too many?
I'm not sure you can have too many floors. Once it starts
We gotta have
swaying,
a-
when the building starts
Okay.
swaying,
Yeah.
you're going too
I
far.
need somebody to tell me how tall this hotel next to Razorback Stadium. It's actually going to be.
Well, it's
got
got to be. It's got to be taller than the stadium.
Well,
itself,
obviously,
right?
but what I was thinking is more like 20 floors. Is that too many? Is it a little
That might
bit
be
more?
too. That's probably too many.
Okay, well, whatever the top floor is, we're going to have the new walk-on sports bar at the top floor.
Yeah, great.
The rooftop sports bar.
The rooftop walk-ons.
Exactly. And I want to.
Chuck and Bo.
I want the fastest
Chuck
elevator.
and Bo show walk-ons.
Yes, I want the fastest elevator to get to be able to go from the bottom to that floor. That's my personal
No
request.
stops.
And then I want some stairs next to it, like a stair tower, and I want it to say, get fit or whatever, and you take the stairs. Like you put some athletic context to it. Like, it's inspiring to
I
take
think
the
that's
stairs.
really going to inspire people to take
well,
the stairs.
some people, some that are, easily manipulated, maybe. Like me, I might do it occasionally. But it's it's a good message. Like, hey, here's a good reason.
Power of positive thinking.
You don't have to take the stairs.
Power of
You can.
positive
You can
thinking.
take the jet elevator, or you can take the stairs. It's an option.
Okay.
Look,
we'll take it into consideration.
Listen, I'm having fun.
The planning
with this.
commission will take it into
I'm
consideration.
I'm in. Get that consultant firm back on the. Get them on the horn before the next board of trustees meeting. I had some ideas for them. I mean, don't just throw out mixed use district. Like, put some vision behind it.
I think we've done that.
We have.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you're going to go, pitch that to the board, put some vision behind it.
That's why they should have hired me to do this.
Well, we're still available. We're still available. Philip's in Bentonville. Hey, Philip, good morning. Chuck and Bo Show. What's going on?
No idea.
Oh, yeah. It's right there.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Philip.
Hey, what is your thought on, and I didn't believe it until I actually had to look on the ESPN app, but what is your thought on Ed Orgeron going back to LSU?
Yes.
As one of the assistant coaches.
I'm glad you brought it up. Good for them. Great hire. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it is a I mean, that's a solid hire for Lane. I mean, Ed is beloved in Louisiana. That is his state, and I mean, I figure in 2 years, LSU may be going back to the national title game potentially. I mean, he's got it. He's a hell of a recruiter especially for LSU.
I agree.
He's an enthusiastic recruiter. Let's not forget that. I mean, Ed Orgeron, he didn't win the national championship every year. And there were some years that it was pretty bad, and ultimately that's what got him fired. I just think this is just I mean, we thought it was weird when Bobby Petrino came back here. It's almost like two LSU fans were sitting there talking, and one of them said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Kiffin hired Ed O? Coach O, wouldn't it be cool if he hired him? And hey, here, hold my beer, man. I'll call him. Let's get this done. This will be fun. I don't know if it's really
That's also how they hired Lane Kiffin.
Well, maybe.
It's the same thing.
But it's
and Will Wade.
I mean, I think Coach O's. I mean, fans love him. You're right. But now, does he tip the scales, put him over the top? I don't know about that.
So I think he's the perfect fit to go recruit at LSU. And he's got the money to go do it. Now, what is he like in today's world where there's actual real competition out there and you're dealing with agents? What I mean by real competition is it's a money thing now. So can Ed O sell when everything's even?
Does he move to Baton Rouge or does he stay in Miami? No, seriously. What does this mean? Special assistant can mean anything, guys. It can mean anything. That would be my first question. Where's he going to live? If he's moving back to Baton Rouge, well, now he's part of the deal. But if he's staying in Miami, hey, send your best recruit down here. I'll show him a good time.
Yeah, I don't think that's but if it is, that'd be crazy.
I'm not saying it's like that. But what I'm saying is, what does this really mean? How all in is he? And if he's really all in, does it tip the scales? I don't know that the answer's rousing to either one of those. I mean. I can't imagine Ed O's going to be as all in as he was before. I just have a hard time believing that.
Well, when you talk about being all in, First Security Bank's all in on helping you and your family manage your finances and control the spending of your kids if you want them to have access to it. So, in other words, you can have a debit card, give it to them, give them a certain amount of money on it, and you can manage that so that they're not spending more than you want them to, but they don't have to carry cash around or a credit card or that type of thing. First Security Bank's just helping you with all the options. And that's what they do in every facet of banking. FSbank.com. Flex banking is that particular menu item, FSbank.com. But you'll find a First Security Bank near you. They're all over the state. They're all in on helping Arkansans. And you can just walk in. You don't have to make an appointment. Walk in, ask for help. That's what they do every day. That's how you bank better. First Security Bank, member FDIC.
Wins like that those are just good for your soul, man. Those are beautiful.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutoPark.com. That's FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise, world-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you?
Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by Teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Coach, we'll get you out of here with this. Can you describe Muscle Beach?
Well, there's a lot of talent out here. A couple 5-stars. And, you know, one of my favorite activities is evaluating talent.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, I'm Coach O. I just love my Hummer. I believe the Hummer is the best vehicle on the road. Big, tough, aggressive, and it represents everything that we want at Ole Miss. I have my Hummer. You need a Hummer. Tell them about it, JoJo.
Mississippi, they are
here. The new Rogers Dabbs H3 Hummers are here.
The folks at Rogers Dabbs Hummer are first-team players. Come see them.
Rogers Dabbs and Hummer like nothing else. New H3 starting at just $32,000.
Love it.
Everybody's excited at LSU about LSU gets Ed Orgeron as a special assistant.
I like Coach O. I mean, how
he's
can you
fun
not
for the
like
he's
him?
fun
How
for
can
the
you
show.
not love him?
Fun for the show.
How can you not love the guy? He's as likable as it gets. And the people in Louisiana, I mean, he's one of them. But I don't think this is going to make LSU better than they were yesterday. I just don't. I just don't.
National championship, automatically. I mean, unstoppable duo of Lane and Edo. I mean, listen. The best part of this whole thing is this is going to be so fantastically awesome to watch, because it's either going to go really well or more likely it's going to be just complete
Is it going to be there at the game? Is it going to be on the sidelines?
I was going to say a train wreck. I don't know. But like this whole thing that's going on at LSU, do you think it's just going to end in champagne toast and championships?
This is like college.
Is that what we're thinking? Well, but I mean, everybody's like Kiffin, LSU got Kiffin and now they're going to win and blah, 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 blah. And then Kiffin starts talking again and whatever.
It's going to implode spectacular.
I mean, it could. That's my point.
That's my guess.
They might win a national championship.
The Kiffin thing, the Will Wade thing, they're both going to explode or implode spectacularly.
That's wishful thinking.
I'm just saying.
You think it's going to go well?
I think Kiffin will win there, and I think Will Wade will win at a higher clip than Lane Kiffin does. But I think they'll both win.
Will either one of them or both of them win a national championship?
I won't go that far. I mean, you got to get lucky to win a national championship.
Will Wade go to like the Final Four?
Again, you got to get lucky to get there. But I mean, we can make fun of them all day. Here's the thing. They got a lot of money. That's the thing. They've got a lot of money, and they're spending it like drunken sailors right now. I mean, they are. And they're going to make a splash, but you still have to get lucky to win a national championship in football. You've got to be great and lucky, and the same for basketball. You've got to have a great team and you've got to get lucky. I'm not prepared to say Will Wade's going to take LSU to the Final Four, but I think we're naive if we think that's going to blow up. It's not going to blow up. It may not be this group of players, but there are going to be some players down there that can play. I'm not a proponent of Will Wade. I tend to side a little bit more with what Jeff Goodman had to say maybe than the other side of the fence. But this guy wins ball games. And in the anything goes era, I mean, who's more perfect for this era than that?
I agree 100%. I'm not on the opposite side of you. I'm looking at the other way it could go. Not that they're going to lose. But at some point, how does it all end? How does it end with Kiffin? How does it end with Will Wade? I expect they're going to win, and they'll win more than the previous coaches that were in those spots. But at some point, these two guys, everything ends poorly. And that's kind of my question is, what happens there? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Does something happen before they even get started? Because these guys have created massive problems.
Something's going to happen, but something very seldom does anybody walk off into the sunset. I mean, very seldom does that happen anymore. Most of the time, you're cut off at the knees. I mean, that's just how it is now. Most of the time, that's how it works. Even the greats get cut off at the knees at the end of the run. And at some point, there will be an end of the run for these guys. I do think Kiffin will have success. I don't know if it's going to be as much as they hope for. And there's nothing in his track record that indicates it will end well. In fact, there's a lot to indicate it won't. But here's the thing. Even when Will Wade was fired, even when LSU fired him, his support among the fans was still probably 90%. I can remember traveling around and being around LSU football fans and basketball fans. They wanted Will Wade back almost unanimously, and they blamed the administration for him being unjustly fired. So he's being welcomed back with open arms. He's like a conquering hero returning.
Arkansas softball catcher Kennedy Miller joins us next. The Super Regional begins. That's at 8 o'clock. Amber Shire's coming
Amber
up.
Shire's next.
Bart shook his head at me like, oh, my God.
It was a violent shake. It was a violent shake.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll just say no. That's
No.
Yeah, just do that.
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. No.
7:30 back in a minute. Oh. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about. Doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, 310 million people in
You could be one of the 6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12. That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, I did remind myself yesterday, nobody held a gun to your head and made you do this.
That's good self.
I had a little self-talk yesterday.
I didn't know you had those.
They're generally brief. Yeah, we don't get too deep, but every once in a while they do happen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, so the Razorbacks won 8-4 over Tennessee. They have the day off. They play Texas on Friday. We've got the Super Regional at 11 o'clock against Duke for the softball team.
Tomorrow.
At 11 a.m. Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 2 games. 3 o'clock for the baseball game, 11 a.m. for the softball game. So you got 2 games to watch tomorrow if you're a Razorback softball and baseball fan.
That's a lot for a Friday.
It is, especially during the day.
Yeah.
And we're headed into Memorial Day weekend. And so it's a big holiday weekend. 39 years. Amber Shire's been part of the Razorback basketball program. She came in 1988, 2-time all-conference player. And then
I remember it was a big deal when they signed her.
And she's ended her tenure after 39 years, and she's going to work at Farmington and continue in the coaching world. But she's joining us now, and Amber, it's great to have you on the show. How are you today? How you feeling?
I'm doing well, Bo. Thanks for having me on.
We're happy.
I'm doing good.
Happy to have you on. I'm sure this decision didn't come lightly. I mean, you've only been there about 40 years. I mean, were there other times along the way you thought about doing this?
Well, there's been a few times. Yeah, there has. But it was certainly not an easy decision to make. I, kind of contemplated, for the last year or two, just, hey, is it time to do something different? And I never expected this opportunity to come up this year. But it did. And so some semblance of this job has presented itself to me in the last, 5 or 6 years, a couple times, and never was able to pull the trigger on it. And so just felt like the right time.
Amber, you're going to be working with, what I'm sure even compared to college players are kids. Does that excite you? Is that something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, it really is, Chuck. I think I've said this to Bo on the Hog Pod before, but like when I first started out, I really thought I was going to be coaching in high school. I thought that was going to be my career. So I guess I'm kind of going the opposite direction, going backwards in my career. But yeah, it does, young energy and just something different. Like Bo said, it's been almost 40 years, and obviously it's a comfort zone for me, what I've been doing. So this will definitely take me out of my comfort zone. And there'll be some challenges, but I'm really excited about it. Looking forward to working with the young kids over there.
You've also got a daughter that's going to be a sophomore at Farmington, right? Basketball player?
Correct. Yep. Reed. She'll be a 10th grader.
Well, that's got to be pretty cool. I'm sure that's got to be intriguing for you to want to be, closer to that, be a part of that.
Yeah, it's going to be neat to just be around her most every day in the basketball world, and I don't know how fired up she is about that, but actually she was very supportive. So yeah, it'll be fun, and just being able to work, with Coach McCullough and Coach Early and Coach Holt, and I'm going to be doing some volleyball. So Coach Mo, they've got a great volleyball program over there, so it's going to be different, and I think it's going to be refreshing.
Amber, I do remember when they signed you, and I do remember it was a big deal. And I just wonder, in your wildest dreams, did you think you'd be here 40 years?
No way. Honestly, I'm surprised I got here in the first place because, I wasn't recruited that early. But Coach Sutherland saw me in an AAU tournament, and so that's where it kind of all began. But kind of funny story, when it got time to come here in the fall of 1988, I was a big homebody. And I remember I was boo-hooing and crying and basically throwing a fit. And I said, I'm not going. There's no way I'm going. And my mom said, oh, yes, you are. You are going. And I said, no, I'm not going. And she goes, well, where do you think you're going to go? And I said, well, I'm going to go to Arkansas College, which was in Batesville, which is 15 minutes up the road. Now it's Lyon College. She said, nope, you're going to the U of A. So thankfully my mom pushed me that way, made me get out of there.
Well, not only did you go, you stayed
Yeah,
there
you
an awful long time.
They dropped you off forever. I mean, I don't know if they knew that part.
No.
4 decades later, here we are. That's incredible.
Yeah, no, I never envisioned it, Chuck, that I'd be here for that long. But I've been blessed with a lot of good coaches.
It's just hard to imagine women's basketball at Arkansas without you. I don't know how else to say it. It's just hard to imagine it.
When we did the Hog Pod, and it's been, I don't know, a couple of years ago, the name of the Hog Pod is Amber Shirey, Pillar of a Program.
Yeah.
7 head coaches. 7. So through all the changes, you're the one constant that has remained. How did that happen?
That's a good question, Bo. I think just just having the knowledge, from being around. I think, most staff, when they come in, they want somebody with that experience and that knowledge. So I've been blessed by that. And then, honestly, kind of knowing some of them that were coming, the new people that were coming in, like I knew Tom Collin when he was coming in. I knew, Coach Dykes when he came in. Now there was a couple that I didn't, obviously I didn't know Coach Gardner. Didn't know Coach Music, but it's worked out. And I think I'm a pretty laid back person. And so I kind of say I'm a chameleon because I can adapt and with different personalities. And so I think that's kind of how that's come about.
What made you want to stay? Even though your role changed multiple times, I mean, you've done about everything there is to do on a basketball staff. What made you want to stay at Arkansas? I know you've had other opportunities, but what kept you here?
Well, I think, I love the University of Arkansas, I love the Razorbacks. And then, I got married, started having kids, and didn't really want to, chase that all over the country, trying to, maybe become a head coach or, maybe going to be an assistant somewhere. I'm not very good at change. Didn't really like that. So just tried to stay grounded.
MVP of the 1991 Southwest Conference Tournament. That's who we're talking to right here. Been around.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, you talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
When you remember when how does it feel, Amber, to be remembered that Chuck Barrett remembers you when it was a big time?
She was a high school star. She was.
I'm not going to say anything about his age there.
Well, that's because you'd be talking about yours too.
I know, that's right.
The same age. He had the same age.
I think we're about.
Yeah, you're pretty close. So, okay, I apologize. I don't know your exact title at Farmington. What will your title be? And not that it really matters, but someone might want to know.
I'm going to be an assistant basketball and assistant volleyball, and then I'll teach a class over at the junior high. So just help them out in several different areas and go from there and see where that goes.
Well, they're lucky to have you. It's great to.
Thank you for all you've done, Amber.
Really,
I mean, you really. It's just been incredible.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys and just all the support that's been shown. It's pretty overwhelming, but I appreciate it, and I will always be a Razorback.
Well, we like to end every interview with anybody that's leaving the campus like this. You got any shots you want to take at anybody?
Yeah. you got a parting shot for anyone?
Party.
You want to say anything on the way out the door? Or should we come back to you like
And
later this
one
summer?
more thing.
Y'all are funny.
I'm just playing. Amber, thank you. Thanks for the time, and congratulations on an incredible career. And I know you'll do great things at Farmington.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Always great to visit
Thank
with
you,
you.
Amber.
Amber Shirey, one of the great people in college athletics. We could have got into like how everything's changed and all that and all the weeds of, I think it's pretty obvious for people too. It's just not the same that it once was, but she played a lot of different roles, wore a lot of hats, and was the glue of that program for a long time.
There aren't many people, if you really get right down to it, there are not many people who don't at some point say, well, what about me? What about me? I don't know of Amber ever doing that. I mean, she embodies and has embodied everything you would hope that, one of the, one of your athletic heroes would be. I mean, and they will miss her.
Yeah. She did it for other people.
Yes.
Always has.
No question.
Hey, when you're marking a moment, and Amber sure is, Amber Shirey, thank you again. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry can help you do it. They can mark your moment, mark your occasion, help you remember it for a lifetime, give you something that'll last a lifetime. They're more than jewelry. They're about your story. But it is where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where Arkansas finds diamonds, and it's where Arkansas remembers their moments. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, they've been serving Arkansas for 1987, for 35 years. 1987, that's 1 year before Amber got to Arkansas. Pinnacle Hills Parkway, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
We're talking down to people, Bart.
I am going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, here's a Memorial Day sales offer you don't want to miss. Up to $14,000 off MSRP at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Save up to $14,000 when you buy a new 2026 Chevy Silverado. But don't wait. This offer's only good during the Memorial Day sales event at Chevrolet of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive. Log on to ChevroletofFayetteville.com for complete details.
Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
With Arkansas baseball, softball, and basketball seasons in full swing, there's no better place to catch all the action than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, you won't miss a single play. Enjoy mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus the best burgers, draft beers, and cocktails that keep fans coming back. It's incredible food and a game day atmosphere like none other. With 5 locations across Arkansas, it's Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
There's nothing like a day at the pump.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorback.
DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
About because
Well,
we
that's
don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at pascalpropath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Chuck and I have been doing radio our entire lives. We've been doing shows like this our entire lives. But I feel like we've been having these same conversations for 30 years, Chuck. And it is basically, how do we win at football?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
31 years now.
It's the endless conversation, isn't it?
It really is. Oh, it's a regular occurrence. Kahio Aloy injured his hand. Man, that's a bummer. Junior DH. Hand injury at the tournament yesterday. Doesn't look good, according to Dave Van Horn. I don't know if we'll see him again this year. That is not what you want to have happen at the SEC tournament.
Yeah, we're going to have to find out the extent of all this, but it sure doesn't sound good based on what he said.
Hogs beat Tennessee 8-4. They'll play Texas tomorrow. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. The customer service at Macadoodles is beyond expectation. Best assortment of beer, wine, and spirits, but the level of service is unmatched. They've got a great allocated section, and their selection in general, if you are looking for something, if anyone has it, Macadoodles will. That's their commitment, because they're all about the customer. And if you go in and ask for it and they don't have it, they can probably find it for you. 20,000 plus customers earning loyalty points already. That means free stuff for you. Macadoodles, just north of the state line in Pineville, just north of Bella Vista, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. Bart, what are we watching?
Yeah, well, let's start today with the SEC baseball tournament. 2 games today. Mississippi State plays number 1 seed Georgia at 3 p.m., Florida and Alabama after that. And then tomorrow, Arkansas and Texas at 3 o'clock, Auburn and Texas A&M to follow. All those games on the SEC network. Switching over to softball, 2 super regionals actually start this evening. Tennessee and Georgia at 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Oklahoma State and Nebraska at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. That one's worth paying attention to for many reasons, but mostly because the winner of that super regional will meet the winner of the Arkansas Duke super regional in Oklahoma City.
Nebraska?
Oklahoma State, Nebraska.
Oklahoma State,
Nebraska. Great pitching matchup there. It should be fun. And then obviously Arkansas and Duke get their super regional underway at 11 a.m. tomorrow on ESPNU.
And it looks like we had a text about this. This is going to be number one starters, apparently, in the baseball game tomorrow
Friday
afternoon.
game,
yeah, Arkansas is going to throw Dietz, and I'm sure Texas will throw their number one guy too. So in terms of, pregame hype, this is going to be a much hyped game because you're going to have Arkansas and Texas number one starters. It ought to be a good game. I don't know what it's going to mean in the grand scheme of things, but it'll be fun to watch.
Where does this put them in the bracket? Is this quarterfinal, semifinal?
For baseball,
Yeah.
these are technically the quarterfinals.
Okay. Well, to me, this is the game. Like, it
Could
doesn't
be.
really matter
It could
after
be.
that. Like, go play this game.
That's
like,
fair enough.
Get your competitive edge on. And this is like a great sort of preseason game
This,
to the
this is
NCAA
it's like a
tournament.
weekend series. It would be Friday, Saturday,
Well,
Sunday now.
this is a super regional matchup.
Yeah, with Texas. Yeah. That's the way you look at it.
I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweat and Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweat and Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweat and Edge or log on to sweatandcosmetic.com.
Interviews, highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and so much more. Varsity Vibe is your go-to for high school athletics in Arkansas. Learn the stories of coaches and players in our Varsity Vibe podcast. See the biggest plays and the best performances highlighted on our social media platforms. And if newsletters are more your style, we've got that too. High school sports at your fingertips. Varsity Vibe, elevating the game.
I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas fans know that some things are just timeless, like a spring afternoon at Baum Walker or the roar you only hear at Bud Walton. Our friends at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry believe your milestone should be just as enduring as the Razorback spirit. They've spent over 35 years helping fans celebrate their big moments right here in Northwest Arkansas. Whether you're marking a graduation, an anniversary, or just a big Saturday in the SEC, let their teams help you find that perfect piece. This spring, go big, go bold, and go to Blakeman's in the heart of Pinnacle Hills.
We talk a lot about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because our experience has been great. And Bo, you're going through it again right now.
For the second time. My son's a first-time home buyer. Him and his wife got a beautiful home. And for me, I just turned it over to them. They gave me a few things to sign, and it took all the work off my plate. And I just sit back and watch it happen.
That's what happens when you deal with a trained real estate professional. And that's what they are at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that
that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You and Bart are going to be rolling around in the home.
Okay.
No, let's not get carried away.
Well, that's a great topic.
You're putting too
That is
many
a
years on me here.
Oh, hold on, though. That's a great topic. You in a assisted living home, and you holding court, and you being pissed off at people. That's a great topic.
Bart's
What does
gonna have an
Bart
illegal
look like
pudding
at
racket,
86? What does an 86-year-old Bart look like in an assisted living home where he's in there holding court and telling people that he's going to run the place? He's going to run the place. And then, he's going to maybe get thrown out. Do people get thrown out of assisted living?
They do.
places?
They do. There are many, and I'm one of them. You've been through this with your parents, and I went through it with both my parents. You see some of the most incredible things, some of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And all you can do is laugh when you get in that situation. And I suspect Bart will provide a few of those moments when the time comes, and I hope I do too.
I can see it. Can you see it, Bart?
No, not right now.
Come on. That's way too far out for Bart. Bart should not think about that.
Well, yeah. I'm just talking about, you and dealing with people. And get out of my room.
Well, I mean, look, nobody wants to be invaded.
There will always
Well,
be
the good
another
part
Doug
is you
Shouse.
can say those things at that age and
People
completely
brush it
get
off.
away with it. I mean, completely get away.
Can you imagine Bart having a podcast in '86 and completely saying
The
whatever
whole
he
world's
wants?
going to hell in a
the whole-
handbasket.
whatever he wants to say. Totally, kind of like the show, but you just another level.
Yeah.
Just on another level. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
It is crazy how simple it can be to fix something, but Bart will come over and he'll immediately have it
I
fixed.
know. I understand.
When somebody does that, when they come over to fix something, I'm happy if they find something really simple. But the other times you're kind of like pacing the room, just waiting for them to. Because what you don't want to hear is, oh man, it's kind of like being at the dentist. You don't want to hear a swear word come out of the dentist's mouth.
No,
when they're in yours.
Ooh. The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm at my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, tomorrow at this time, we'll be 3 hours from the first pitch.
Bart will be at a fever pitch.
We will. I'm excited about that.
I am too.
It's a super regional. Duke, chance to go to the College World Series. Arkansas hosting Duke. And here to talk about it, Kennedy Miller, junior catcher for the Arkansas softball Razorbacks. Kennedy, good morning. Thanks for getting up early. Is this early for you?
No, I'm good. I'm normally an early riser anyway, so this is kind of sleeping in actually.
Hey Kennedy, last week we had Carly Davison on, and she hit a grand slam. So this is a sign that you're going to have a great tournament.
Okay, so this is good luck then.
This is the
perfect.
best of luck.
It
Not
is.
just good luck, the best of luck.
It's very good. Now Bart, he did part of the interview, and Bart comes to a lot of the games, and so if Bart doesn't ask a question here, we can't guarantee the same kind of luck. So So we'll get to that.
Bart's the key.
Bart, are you ready, or do you need time? He's coming up.
He's
with
working
just
up the perfect question.
He's
He's
got just the question.
That's right.
So what time will you get up tomorrow for an 11 a.m. first pitch?
Oh gosh. We'll probably have to be at the field ready to go by 9, so I'll want to be there by 8 so I can get treatment and stuff. So I don't know, 6:30ish.
Yeah,
that's a complete guess. I could be completely wrong, but
you'll know by the time you go to bed. You'll know by the time you go to bed tonight, right?
right. I feel like you always have to work backwards, like I just did. I'm like, okay, so we have to warm up at 9, then I have to be there at 8, and then I just keep working backwards.
That's exactly right. Will you eat? What time will you guys eat breakfast? Will you eat before the game?
Yes, they normally have breakfast in the team room, normally an hour before we eat, so about 8ish probably.
Okay.
You guys sound like you're having the time of your life right now. How are you balancing the fun you have with the fact that there's a reason you're having fun, because you're doing what it takes to win?
Yes, you're exactly right. It is. It has been so much fun, and I think honestly it helps a little bit that a lot of us are out of school, but it's been so much fun, and just again, like you said, reminding ourselves that it is just a game, and I think that has really been one of the key factors recently, especially the last couple of weeks, is like, it is just a game, and yeah, okay, you're going to fail, but oh well. And just reminding ourselves that, we had a teammate, Kaylee Wyckoff, put a little picture of like our little league selves whenever we were, 8 to 10 years old. And it was like, play for this girl. And so I think that has also helped. She put that in our lockers a couple months ago. And so we've kind of had that throughout the season. So I think looking at that kind of every day before we go out to practice or before we go out to a game or something, that's been a little reminder every day.
That's a pretty cool perspective. You're from Georgetown, Texas. I want to go back to when you came to Arkansas and what the expectation was when you came here. Like, what kind of program did you think you were going to? Why were you coming here? And I imagine it had something to do with what you're about to play for this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. Whenever I committed, I knew that I was committing to one of the best programs in the country itself, and so I had always it's every little girl's dream to want to go to the College World Series in Oklahoma City, and so I knew that committing to Arkansas, that would be a very real possibility. And I think this week I'm super excited to kind of see where it takes us, but yeah, that was, also, yes, everybody wants to make it to the World Series, but also just the coaches and the girls and stuff. I really valued what they bring to the table every day. And it's just kind of like a little sisterhood. And so that was also really important to me as well.
You talk about your coaches, the tone setting, that a head coach has over a team. You played on a lot of teams. Head coach sets the tone. Talk a little bit about Coach Deifel, the staff, and the effect they have on you as players.
Yeah, I think they're really, just overall top to bottom good coaches. I think that they care about you as people, obviously off of the field, but them just being, like a second mom or a second dad is kind of how I've pictured it. Being 8 hours away from home recently in the past 3 years, my parents aren't always available. And so completely off of the field, they are somebody that you can call it. It doesn't matter if it's 1:30 in the morning. If you need them, they will answer and they will help you out in either way. And that's honestly true with all of the staff, whether it be, athletic trainers or managers or whoever it be. They're all really charismatic, I guess is the word that you could say. But that's one of the main things that I really like about them.
You play a position too where you basically are the game manager out on the field. The catcher is in so many respects. How much of an extension of literally your head coach's brain do you have to be if you're going to be a catcher at this level?
Yeah, that is so true. And honestly, I've never really thought about that, but it is true because the amount of times that I'm communicating with Coach Parker and then Coach Deifel as well, obviously whenever I'm actually catching behind the plate and stuff, it's crazy because I am communicating with them almost every pitch, if not every other pitch. And so it's a lot of fun, but it is kind of, I don't want to say stressful at times, but it's like I know that Coach Feifel is so knowledgeable in the game, and I'm like, okay, I need to step up my game because I need to get on her level a little bit. But it's a lot of fun, and I do think that me being a catcher and her also being a catcher whenever she was in college, I think that has also played a part in like our relationship as far as me communicating to, yes, now she is one of the more pitching coaches, but me communicating to her like what I see behind the plate is kind of in a different perspective, and I think that helps is kind of she understands where I'm coming from. So it's a special relationship, and I love it every day, honestly.
Kennedy Miller, Arkansas catcher. Okay. I don't know. You might have to think about this and what you want to share, but what do you mutter under your breath or sometimes out loud when you think it's a strike and the home plate umpire calls it a ball?
Oh, let's see. I don't think I can say that one out loud.
That was the expected answer. What is that? I do wonder about this, the relationship between the catcher and the home plate umpire, because you're trying to have a relationship, but then if you're batting and you get some calls that you didn't like, what's it like when you come back out there? I mean, how's that relationship go throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, most of the time, honestly, from before the very first pitch, I try to, quote unquote, get on the umpire's good side and, hey, I'm Kennedy Miller, and, introduce myself, and hopefully that kind of minimizes the bad calls or whatever. But honestly, whenever I'm a catcher, whenever I'm behind the plate catching, I try to joke around with the umpires a little bit. Like I said, keep them on my good side, and hopefully whenever I'm hitting, I don't get as many of the bad calls. But I've had multiple umpires, after I hit or do whatever, and then I come back out behind the plate and we kind of talk and joke about it. So most of the time it's actually been good. Knock on wood, it hasn't happened a whole lot where an umpire has rung me up on a bad pitch or something.
Yeah, I get it. Well, you can see it. It's just one of the things I notice from time to time. Let me ask you about just the transfer portal and NIL era. We talk about it in college sports all the time now. What kind of impact have you seen in the last 3 years, good or bad?
Yeah. Honestly, a night and day impact. I have never seen, obviously you've never seen NIL, but something that I think it is good for us players as far as being able to put our name out there and, put our name, image, and likeness out there and benefit from that. However, I do think that there's a certain, I don't know, this is getting kind of sticky, but there's a certain line also that I think, is I want every player to 100% love where they are playing and it not be for the money. And I hope and I pray that one day that is never the case, that that players are going for money. But like I said, I think it's a very good thing. I think that it's helped us players, including myself, a lot. However, I want players 100% to love where they're at, just like I've loved where I'm at for the past 3 years, and want to be there for the school and for the program and for the staff and everything.
All right, we're going to turn it over to the softball expert in the room.
He's
guy. Been percolating over there. Softball, DJ Gasso.
That's the perfect question.
Coach Gasso called Bart, the softball guy. This is DJ Gasso on the show right before he hung up and said goodbye.
Shout out, Bart, softball guy.
Shout out, Bart.
Shout out, Bart.
Softball guy. Good morning, Bart.
Good morning, everyone. So I get...
There he is.
Yeah.
Bart Pullman,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes. So Ken, it's going to be a fun weekend at Bogle. We had a reporter on from D1 D1 softball last week, and he said one of the reasons the sport is growing in popularity is because it looks like everybody's just having so much fun. Players, coaches, fans, everybody's enjoying themselves, having the time of their life. Like, what's it been like for you to experience that and be a part of the growth of the sport here in Arkansas?
Yeah, you're exactly right. That couldn't be more true, is that we are having so much fun. And I think a lot of it has to do with, the environment that we are in Bogle, and the fans that come every single weekend and every single day are like no other. Them being out there 4 hours before the game starts. And like I said, I get there 3 hours before the game sometimes, but they are there way earlier than that because there's already a line of 10 or 12 of them. So just them being out there is super special, and I'm super excited to play back at Vogel one more time this season. And I think that they have a lot to do with it, and then I think that us as players, I think we feed off of that. Because obviously they want what's best for us, and it's super special to see. You'll kind of see in pregame and stuff right before the first pitch is thrown. I kind of step back behind the plate, and I like to take it all in as far as whenever they're doing the hog call right before the first pitch, and that's just super special to me because there's not a lot of stadiums in the nation that have the berm and that have fans pretty much all around you, and so I think that helps a lot as far as. Like I said, they want what's best for us, and they're super excited, and they're out there. I mean, they could probably be out there 12 hours early if I wouldn't put it past them. But I think that that's just so special, and I think that they play a big part in why we play so loose.
All right, Kennedy. Well, you guys stay safe. Don't anybody go out to eat tonight. Last year at the Super Regional,
you have to fast tonight.
Y'all just Just keep it in house. You don't have any tickets left, do you?
Everybody's
Chuck and I
eating buttered toast tonight.
Yeah.
Chuck and I are looking for a pair of tickets if you know anybody.
Yeah.
We're trying to get in the game tomorrow.
Bart says he's out.
Bart says he's out of tickets. We're kidding. We'll see you there, Kennedy.
you,
Good
Kennedy.
luck this weekend, and thanks for having fun with us this
Thank
morning.
you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the success you've had. She's hitting 283 home runs, 27 RBI. She's only struck out 7 times in 100 at-bats.
I mean, she had a great year, and I couldn't help but notice when she was talking about the fans, she said they are great. And I'm thinking what she's really saying is, Bart,
pointed
you
at
are
'em.
great.
You pointed at 'em.
are great. Hog call, fans all around. She's talking about you, Bart.
Did you see the amount of prep and time and
know.
effort and the way that Bart delivered the statement and the question?
It was almost like, when you're at a White House press conference and they call on you. You always have to make the obligatory, 15-second statement to let everybody know you know what you're talking about. And
you
then
want the
you ask the
context.
question.
Yeah.
Then you ask the
Yeah.
question. You build up to it. Very similar from
well
across
done.
the room.
It
Very,
was-
very, very well done.
It was
Bart.
very well done.
Excellent
Well,
work.
I had to pivot because I was going to ask something else, and then Chuck kind of went that direction.
I'm
with-
sorry, right? Well, you should have. You
Well,
should
no,
have
no,
told me.
no,
I'm
no.
going to ask about having
You
fun.
have
so
to be
don't go there.
you have to be able to pivot.
No,
you have to be able to pivot.
It was wonderful work.
Did you have another pivot? Because I almost got into the fun thing. Because when you watch these games, seriously, you watch any softball game, they're so engaged and everybody's into the game. Baseball's a little slower.
It's the dugout chants.
It's
the singing.
They're so
it's the
into
whole
yeah,
deal.
It's a lot of camaraderie. You know what Houston Nutt would call it? Camaraderie.
Yeah.
Celebrated locker room.
Celebrated locker room.
Pascal's involved with baseball this year.
They are.
They've got an NIL deal with Colin Fisher, and it's for a good cause.
Well, it is. Being involved in sports when you're a kid, I mean, you think back about all the things that you learned in sports, whether it was just Little League Baseball, whatever, all the things that have carried you on through life. Pascal understands that. Now, Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric's about a lot of things, and part of it is giving you peace of mind and making sure your home is comfortable and runs the way you want it to. But it's also being part of the community and being involved, in this case, in sports programs. And that's why right now a portion of the proceeds, when you sign up and become a Pascal member, portion of that's going to go to benefit Equipped Northwest Arkansas and Pagnazzi Parker Charities. These are both programs that are involved in youth and youth sports. And they make certain, if you want to just break it down, those that can't afford to be involved, they make sure they can be involved anyway. And it's a great program, and it's good. And that's why we talk about it, and that's why they're proud of it at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, and you can find out more about it today.
PascalPropath.org is the website to learn more. 817, good morning. I didn't know what Bart had on his mind this morning.
He's got a lot of thoughts today, and you people are going to listen to every one of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've had customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you? Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. You know, fine jewelry is about more than just a beautiful piece. It's about the experience of finding it. I did that with Blakeman's. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Blakeman's has been Northwest Arkansas's trusted destination for exceptional jewelry, providing our community with over 35 years of personalized service, world-class diamonds, and crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of a true luxury experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. Blakeman's, where Arkansas gets engaged.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Imagine raising your family somewhere safe, welcoming, and genuinely beautiful, where the kids have room to roam, the neighbors know your name, and the weekends are spent on the golf course, the lake, or the trails. That's Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas, a vibrant community with year-round events for all ages, world-class outdoor recreation, and brand-new home sites now available for families ready to put down roots. Small town, big life. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today and get more info.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, I just want to say we need to appreciate Mort a little more because Mort know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, too bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
8:23 here on the 21st day of May.
It's National Strawberries and Cream Day.
Never thought we'd make it this far. Here we are. No, I did not know that. What do you do with that? Is that Wimbledon?
What? Is that where they have strawberries? I think
cream?
That's right. Yeah,
Wimbledon.
strawberries and cream. That's the Wimbledon, the signature.
We stumped the Swami.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't like. I just think of it as like strawberries and cream. Like I don't associate it with Wimbledon.
That's what I mean. We stumped you. We got you. Like
strawberries and cream. I think is the signature dish.
The delicacy.
It is the signature dish
at
Wimbledon.
Yes.
It's the mint julep of the Kentucky Derby.
That's exactly what it is.
There's also something else at Wimbledon. I can't remember exactly what it is.
White clothes.
There's another thing about Wimbledon, another signature thing. What is it?
I don't know.
I have to look it up.
Strawberries and
Claude, what are the signature delicacies of Wimbledon?
Claude. As Claude.
It's also National Memo Day. When's the last time you wrote somebody a note?
Or typed a memo.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what I mean? You wrote.
You mean like a handwritten note?
Well, yeah, but like a memo. Like I guess I'm thinking of a memo, like a sticky note, and you leave it. And
well, maybe something like that. I do that more than you think.
Are you a sticky note guy?
No, but I write things down as we go. But I'm not a sticky note guy.
But you don't like notes around.
No,
like a sticky note.
No,
on the
but
fridge
I find
with
sheets
the
of
grocery
paper
list.
and envelopes with all kinds of things written down on
yeah,
them. They
I do
make
that.
no sense.
Yeah, me too.
But
whenever you had something to write on at that
the time they made sense.
Right. Then you look and you've written on a check or something.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
That's not a good
right,
idea.
Right. The back of that's me.
National Waitstaff Day. That's for Edward. Edward has deemed himself the wait staff here. He has taken out the
went
trash.
and got breakfast?
He gets breakfast.
Did you take the trash out?
He does.
Are you
all
the
the
one?
time. I noticed it was needing to go out.
No.
I was going to get on that today.
You didn't take that out?
Well, first
Bart?
of all, Riley is a waitress, so that would be her day. But within the studio,
Wait a second.
Waitress.
That sounds terrible.
Waitress.
Second of all,
Waitress.
She's a waitress.
She's not a waitress. What would you describe yourself as, Riley? You're not a waitress.
A server.
A server.
A server.
She's a server.
well, it's not server day.
Well, what is it?
You say women's softball team every time you bring them
staff.
up.
Every time. I haven't said it one time today.
Men play softball.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We talked about that yesterday.
Actually, it's National
Anyways.
Wait Staff.
By the way,
Wait
that was
staff.
a very defensive reaction from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say, like, what does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Grow up.
What was the big deal
Grow
about the waitress?
Grow up, Edward.
You
You grow up.
All
There
right,
it is again.
all right,
We're
children.
talking about food. Stop throwing your food.
Okay.
Stop it.
All right.
Yeah.
Time
I
out.
don't know why I even said
Time out.
I don't
Time
even
out
know
for
why
both
he
of you.
said
Time out.
anything. Bart as a dad.
Yeah.
Wow. Here
Go
he
to your room.
comes.
Yeah, shut up. Go to
Time
your room.
out. Stand in a corner.
Time out.
You ever have to stand in a corner?
Hey, two words. That
No?
were-
No,
No.
not that. I
Oh,
can
that was a
remember.
staple at my house.
No, that
Yeah,
that
you would
wasn't-
stand in a
that
corner.
wasn't-
Stick
yeah,
your
that wasn't-
nose right in the corner.
No,
Just
We got
stand there.
spanked.
it was.
Yeah, we got spanked.
That
We were even standing in a corner
That
in
happened
time
too.
out.
But when
I
that
mean,
didn't work,
you know.
when that didn't work, it's like you can just stand over there. You get spanked and then go stand in the corner. You cry in the corner.
Well,
Put your nose in
you
the corner.
guys,
Enough about like what's wrong with me. Yeah, National Waitstaff Day. So thank you, Riley.
Thank
for
you,
your
Riley.
service.
You're
Thank you.
it's a wonderful.
I tried to
service.
compliment
Job
Edward,
well
and it
done.
went south. So we'll just go to
Edward.
Riley,
I like
who
the
actually does serve.
appreciation, yes.
Who actually does serve.
I do.
Edward serves.
You got any stories, recent
Edward
stories for us
Sullen.
about
Edward
serving?
Sullen.
Any recent stories about serving?
That you can tell us.
You got any big tips lately? Got
Yeah,
any
have you got any
big
big-
tips?
What's the key to a big tip? I mean, is it like I mean,
Be nice.
that's it?
Yeah.
What do you
Be a
do?
good server.
What do you do when they're not nice back?
Yeah.
I'm still nice to them. I'm trying to bring their mood up.
Yeah.
You know?
But when they've left and they've left nothing,
Oh.
Do you ever talk
What do you
behind their
then?
back? Really? Do you?
If you think any server isn't gonna talk bad behind your back, you're kidding yourself.
Oh,
Like-
untold server stories right
Yeah,
here.
here we go.
Here we
Like
go.
every server knows everything that's happening in the restaurant. Like
Really?
if there's a table that has complained about something or there's a table that didn't tip, everybody knows about it.
Is there ever jealousy over one person getting a bigger tip than somebody else?
Not-
You guys ever
You
talk
celebrate
about that?
each other?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
lift each other up?
Yeah, we're never like, oh, I can't believe you got that much money. Like that's
Really?
But give some of it to
Re-
me.
no,
We
nobody
share.
does that?
no.
Oh.
I've had someone share their tip with
Come
me.
on. I thought we'd have some petty jealousy.
No, no.
I was looking forward to that.
We're all really nice with each other. I've had someone share their
That's
tip with
boring.
me before.
Come on.
Chuck's like, it's National Petty Jealousy Day.
That's what
it
I
really
was
is.
hoping for.
Hey, happy birthday to Mr. T, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
How old
He's
is
timeless.
Mr.
Well, he's
T?
timeless. Ageless. It's an ageless wonder.
And have you ever worn a Mr. T starter set?
No, can't say
Jewelry's come back in style. I mean,
What
it's
would
been so
Bart
long,
look
it's come
like
back
with
around.
about 4 gold chains?
No. How
And
old
an
is
earring.
Mr. T?
How old is
How old?
83.
I'm going to go with 82.
Riley, you have a guess? How
She
old
doesn't know who Mr. T
Okay.
is.
Mr. T, 74 years young today.
Wow.
We guess. Oh,
Riley, just for the record, do you know who Mr. T is? He says no earthly idea.
Also, happy birthday
Look up a
to the late great Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls.
Oh yeah,
Bennett Corin today. What is he? 2?
Yeah,
Is he 2
Bennett
years
Corin.
old?
He is 2 today. Yeah. Happy birthday, son. Am I allowed to say
Yeah,
it?
you sound a little bitter in the way you're saying
Is
it.
Bo going to attack me?
Yeah.
It's been all
I mean,
week. Anytime I speak.
You sound
Happy
a little
birthday to
bitter.
Bennett.
Bennett,
Happy birthday
I love
to
you, and I cannot wait to get out of here to come see you and spend your birthday with you. Away from these people.
Yeah.
Hey, that could be arranged.
Bennett, I hope you can help your dad. All up in his
It will be
feelings, Bennett.
nothing but
Give him
joy
a
when
hug.
we get home.
Give him a hug.
I will.
Bennett, please. Josh Allen. How old is Josh Allen? His birthday's today. I'm going to guess 27.
29.
Josh Allen. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading this text from a listener. Josh Allen is 30.
Josh Allen is 30
Yeah.
today.
I mean, you asked, and that's what I told you.
Well, you're up by a little on Mr. T. You're up by about a decade on Mr. T.
You are not as earnest in your questioning with Mr. T. I didn't think you actually meant it. It's a trick question.
The insecurity in this room is palpable. It's incredible. Oh, man. Proland title with the breakfast fund. Cheer for the pigs. Close with the pros. They live right here in our communities. They've got 45 offices. In fact, more than 45 now in Arkansas. Independently owned, not owned by a mortgage company, a law firm, or a real estate firm. And that gives them the unique ability to put you first, their clients. And they have the ability to say yes to transactions other companies may not be able to because of their relationships with a huge range of national underwriters. Pro Land Title, ProLandTitle.com, where you cheer for the pigs and close with the pros. 8:31. Good morning. Are we a bunch of idiots or what?
Yes, we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and when it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork.
There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For every million people, we've got 2 NFL players.
Yeah, that's really bad. Among the worst in the country.
It'd be something to speak at to an elementary class about. Doing whatever you want. Hey, listen.
We've got, what, 310 million people in
You could be one of the
Arkansas?
6.
310.
You want to be one of the 6? Get started today. Push-ups. Let's go.
That's about right.
Meanwhile, Mississippi, a state with a smaller population than Arkansas, has about 14 NFL players per million people. So dug into the numbers
Less
a little bit.
competition in Arkansas if you want to grow up an NFL player.
Yeah. In the 1970s, Arkansas produced 42 NFL players. In the 1980s, 44. In the 1990s, 33. In the 2000s, 32. In the 2010s, 27. And so far in this decade, which is more than half over, 12 That's the ball game right there.
Sports are part of a small town's identity, not just in Arkansas, but throughout the South, throughout our country. When you lose that, your town loses an identity, and over time you lose hope. And I realize I'm getting in some areas people don't like getting into, and I'll live with that. But I've just watched it, and it is a byproduct. And I'm going to tell you something Ryan Silverfield's doing that I like. I like the fact that he's signing in-state kids. I don't know if they're any better than the out-of-state kids. I have no idea. We'll find out when they get here. But I think it's important for high school football players in our state to feel like they can come play for the Razorbacks. I think that's important. I think it's important for towns to see that. It's part of their identity. It's part of who they are. And you never know when one of them is going to produce the next Traylon Burks or somebody like that, or Darren McFadden or someone. But you got to put yourself in a position to get those kids and to have them out there in the first place.
I appreciate you saying all that. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know. The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
I'd like to go to Augusta National.
I would like.
Never been.
I like how you say it better too.
You know,
Augusta. It's phonetically pleasing.
Well, I strive to be phonetic.
I know you do.
It's one of my goals every morning.
It's a good one.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Rod Wave.
I guess it's a rapper.
I had no idea. Bo said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "We're going to call Rod. We're going to talk to Rod and ride the Rod Wave." And Edward says, "That's a rapper." I had no idea.
They keep us informed.
They do.
They keep us, knowing what's going on in the world. Rod is on I-40. Rod, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It's a nice day out here today for change. Not raining or anything.
Well, that's good.
Eddie Ogeron got a gig at LSU. That's amazing. I'm glad he's back.
This is something people are reacting to.
I knew.
It's got people's attention.
He's Joe Everyman. I mean, everybody looks at Ed Orgeron, and that's who they want to hang out with.
I love Eddie O. The hotel, guys, I'm interested in the elevator. Now, Chuck can have a room there and never leave the house and go to work at the same time.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
We've got a vision for this.
The elevator, I love it. Instead of having up and down areas, you can have launch and Geronimo. And the longer you hold the button, the launch button, the more LEDs light up. And who's that guy in space? Well, he was standing at Chuck and Bo, and he held the button until all the air's up, and he launched right out of the elevator, right?
Wow.
I mean, that'd be a fast elevator, right?
You've had time to think. You've had time to
Well,
really
he's driving
think.
down the road. He's got a lot of time.
He's had a lot of windshield time to think about.
This is
This all comes out of the
the story of the consulting firm that delivered results yesterday to a board of trustee meetings about how Arkansas can make more money, basically, in the athletic department, more revenue producing opportunities. And one of the things that people that they called similar to Arkansas, one of the things they're doing is creating mixed use districts around stadiums that include restaurants, shops, and housing. And so we went on, a fantasy run there for a moment about what we could build around Razorback Stadium, what it would look like. And we've got a hotel, we've got a rooftop sports bar, a walk-on's rooftop sports bar. Chuck's got a condo at the stadium. You too could have a condo at the stadium. And we had a jet elevator, like one that goes really fast to the top floor.
Yeah.
Yes.
No stops.
And Rod took it to a completely different level. I
Yes.
did say at one point that maybe we could have a space shuttle launch there. The next rocket could take off.
Maybe
like
a
we
light
could
rail.
build. Yes, that's another great.
light rail
Yes,
around.
why not? Why not? If we're gonna do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
If it's a blank canvas, let's fill this sucker up. What else do you want? Pick a restaurant. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate the insight.
Pick any restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, somebody mentioned a Chili's. I've mentioned walk-ons. We talked about.
Let's get like a Michelin star restaurant
What
in there.
what we say the name of our restaurant was going to be?
The fancy folks.
The Chuck and Bo.
The Chuck and Bo.
The Chuck and Bo.
We'd
Or
have
like
to
at
change
least
it to
a-
like
a Ruth's Chris.
BEAU.
Yeah, something like that. That would be great. No, that
Get a
would be
Ruth's in there, maybe.
Morton's.
Yeah.
Get you a nice Morton's
Morton's.
steakhouse. in
Well,
there.
you know, there's going to be a Wright's barbecue.
Yeah, well, of
That-
course.
yeah.
Of course.
But again, like, there's got to be more than one option. I mean, you're talking about 70,000 people. You've got to have more than one place to eat after the game.
Yeah. Well, we've lost momentum on this.
Yeah,
but
it was fun. It was
good
fun a
early.
couple hours
It
ago.
was good
A couple hours
early.
ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good.
It was great.
You'd have some good bars.
Well, I mean, it
Top
is.
golf. We could have top golf.
Yeah,
okay, now
golf
looking into the
base,
stadium.
golf
There we go.
base.
Yeah.
Oh well, and then let's
Golf
not
base.
forget, live animals, ponies. I mean,
We
you
did
need
talk
that.
about Oaklawn North.
You need
Petting
that.
zoo.
Yeah.
We did talk about
Petting zoo. I
Oaklawn
mean, you
North
need
with
live
a
animals.
casino. Will the live animals
Pony
be in a
ride.
casino?
No,
That's
no.
a different part.
Yeah.
You can pet the horses.
Oh, my
We had a racetrack around the stadium. Look, we're here to help.
Yeah.
We're here to help. I mean, you're only limited by
We
your own
are-
imagination.
We are a show of ideas.
And the show of record for Razorback
That's right.
fans,
Yeah.
from what I'm told.
I don't think any of this stuff came up yesterday. I mean, I was reading the accounts of the board meeting, and I didn't see anything about hotel, casino, live animals. And
Well, they didn't get
It
into
kind of tells me they're missing the boat. you
They
know?
didn't get into the details. They didn't get
Yeah,
into the
well,
weeds. That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
But I
guess
think they
that's
should. I mean, the thing is all of this costs money. You know,
Somebody said Casa Bonita.
Yeah, we need a Casa Bonita in there.
Let's
Keep that
bring it
flag
back.
moving.
Bring it back,
Keep that
baby.
flag moving. That'd be fun.
There was part of this that I kind of raised my eyebrows at.
Yeah,
you were. And what part was that?
That's right.
What part was that?
It was about the resource allocation by sport.
Yeah.
So basically,
Oh, you're going to look at it in a serious vein now.
navigate. Well, maybe partially.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they basically broke it down into tiers of where you should be putting money or what
So,
has a chance to
yeah.
to
Profitability and exposure potential.
Exposure,
basically.
that's
So tier 1, football, men's basketball, baseball. Tier 2, softball and women's basketball. Tier 3 were emerging sports with revenue potential, volleyball and gymnastics. And then tier 4 was basically everything else: soccer, swimming and diving, golf, tennis, track and field. That group of sports was labeled evaluate investment relative to impact. So according to the analysis, track and field was among the biggest outliers, with basically 3.7 million higher than the median of the schools evaluated spent on track and field. Well, yeah, that checks out, right? Like Arkansas has the best track and field program in the country and long has. Baseball also outspent its competition relative to the median. Same with men's basketball, both highly successful programs. So one of the questions that was phrased by Navigate, this is a direct quote.
That's the
from
consulting firm.
From the presentation slide. Does Arkansas want to scale back investment in any of these sports to be more in line with peers, even if that sacrifices the likelihood of on-field success.
That's something we've talked about here a little bit.
Right.
Like, would you give up being good at these things to be good at football? Even though there's no guarantee that you're going to be good at football. But this is about comparing it to the teams that they said Arkansas was on par with, like Missouri, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Auburn, Kentucky, South Carolina. Those schools are spending less than Arkansas in track and baseball.
Well, this is where that question, right, is where the decision to axe the tennis programs came from, essentially, right? Now they're back and everything, but that's where that comes from. Look, I'm not a big believer in sacrificing things that you're actually good at to attempt to spend more money in football, because there's no guarantees anywhere, and there are a lot of other ways to make a lot more money. And those are the avenues that they should be exploring first, as opposed to spending less money in sports where they're having a lot of success. That's just my opinion. I understand football pays the bills, and you want to be great at football, and I think Arkansas can be great at football. But there's a lot more. Like, this makes it a little black and white. There's a lot more. There's a lot of gray area.
Yeah, because it's a comparison to what the schools we just mentioned are doing.
Right.
So they're saying, here's what everybody else is doing, and you make decisions for yourself on. But we're giving you the lay of the land here. Chuck, you made it. You pointed this quote out from Kevin Krass at the end of Christina Long's article, which it's a really in-depth thing that we're just picking pieces out to talk about. But it's a very thorough article of the information that was delivered yesterday about the state of Arkansas athletics. Kevin Krass said, we're doing the right thing to analyze it and say, are we taking the right business approach? It's easy to say it's more like the pro model because the players are being paid, but the pro model has a cap on expenses, and it would be foolish to go down the route of a pro-style revenue generation if you don't have the protection of pro-style expense. I think as fiduciaries, us as fiduciaries have to play a role of not being anti-athletic and certainly not anti-Razorback or whatever, but at the same point, the fiduciaries have to say, we cannot justify going down this path. It's the old cliche, we're going to compete at any cost. Well, now that question is really being tested because any cost is very expensive.
Well, that is where we are, and I think that's a pretty good way to sum it up, is we have always said, well, we'll do whatever it takes. How much the national? Well, whatever we got to do. That really is being tested now.
Because others seem to be doing it.
Well,
in some ways.
One thing that I will point out, and I know we're up against a break right here, but it talked a lot, or there was mention in this article about how Arkansas is doing against what they consider to be the competitive peers, as opposed to the aspirational peers like Texas and Alabama and Georgia and Texas A&M. Arkansas is an overall program. When you look at those peers that they put in there, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas in terms of an overall program is better. I mean, look at all those programs.
Absolutely.
Arkansas is better in terms of an overall program night and day. Man, all those programs. Been about the same in football, sometimes a little bit worse than some of them, sometimes a little bit better, but never at the level of the aspirational peers. I don't know. And this is the big question that all these, people that are in the group we're in have got to decide. What do we sacrifice? What are we really willing to sacrifice to have a chance? Not a guarantee, but to have a chance. This is where the rubber meets the road. I mean, we talk about, when is it going to happen? Well, it's now. It's right now. And he's right when he says that. And I don't know what the answer is. I do know that if you're going to sacrifice other programs, boy, you better be good at football. I mean, you better be.
It's a gamble, all of it. 847, good morning.
I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSBank.com, member FDIC.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
E.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Olympic gold medalists, world record holders, national champions, and more. Watch the greatest track and field athletes in the world compete in Fayetteville for the 2026 NCAA Outdoor Track and Field First Rounds, May 27th through 30th. Witness greatness as world-class athletes look to punch their ticket to the NCAA Championships on campus at John McDonnell Field. Secure your tickets today at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeickerGriffin.com.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
Hold on, guys. I want to check them both shows. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball taught me teamwork, dedication, and the power of community. That's why I'm teaming up with Pascal ProPath to give back to charities that give every kid a chance to play. And right now you can pitch in. For every Pascal member signed up today through the end of May, Pascal will donate a portion of every membership to give back to youth sports. Become a member today, help give back in a big way. Pitch in with Pascal ProPath and help support kids in your community. Join today at PascalProPath.org.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
There's nothing like a day at the ballpark.
Cold Yingling Lager, first pitch. That's how you start it right.
From the oldest brewery in America, it's smooth, balanced, and built for baseball.
But you know how it gets out there. That Arkansas sun's no joke.
That's why you bring a backup plan.
Yingling Light Lager, crisp, refreshing, and ready when the heat kicks in.
Start with lager,
switch to light lager,
and stay cool from the first pitch to the final out. Proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
E.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out Out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. If you listen closely, you can actually hear society crumbling. If you listen closely,
You can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
John in Nashville, and we're going to have to get into this tomorrow, but he sums it up right here. I mean, he's pretty blunt, and it's just right to the point. So we're going to dump the things we're good at so we can suck at everything. Now, that's a brutal way to put it, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I necessarily fully agree with that sentiment, but I do know that there are a lot of people in our state that are saying the very same thing. You have to know exactly where, what the people that are against what you're wanting to do, you got to know what they're thinking. And this is what they're thinking. And at some point, we're going to have to make a decision. And maybe that time's now. But I don't discount what he just said because I know that's what a lot of people around the state think. I do know that. But they're not going to be thinking that tomorrow morning.
No.
When softball's playing at 11.
11
I bet they're not
a.m.
thinking about it at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
No, 11 a.m. Arkansas Duke Super Regional. That's on ESPNU. Arkansas and Texas at the SEC tournament. It still feels weird to say Arkansas and Texas at the SEC tournament. That's tomorrow at 3 on the SEC network. Should be an exciting, fun weekend ahead.
Now, if softball, regardless of whether they win or lose tomorrow, game 2 of the series is at 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock on Saturday.
4 o'clock on Saturday. Obviously, if the baseball team wins tomorrow, they play Saturday at the SEC tournament. If they lose, they come home. The selection show is Monday. That's when they find out. We got a lot to do between now and then. Have a great Razorback Thursday. Back tomorrow. Thanks for listening.
Baseball taught me teamwork,